God, why this manager and especially this presentation on my head? It gets so stressful, yaar. Okay. I hope clients don't judge me tomorrow.
Good morning.
Good
What's
morning, ma'am.
happening?
Nothing, ma'am. I have a presentation to give tomorrow, and as you know, my manager, he will scold me if I do not make this really good.
I'm sure you'll do a great job, but what's bothering you, Shivam? I'm
Ma'am,
sure you're going to crack it well.
ma'am, I think you think that, but I don't think that. I'm not that confident, ma'am. It is so frustrating, when I'm dealing with clients, and I'm not that confident on myself.
So, how about making it easy for you and for everyone else to bring up a good presentation?
You would help me, ma'am?
Why not?
Oh,
For sure.
God, that'll be so great. Thank you so much, ma'am.
I'll try my best to help you out.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Waiting, I'm watching it right now.
Okay, so as Sir Shivam said that he has a professional presentation ahead, I'm sure a lot of you who are working professionals also have to deal with professional presentations every now and then. And in this today's topic, we are going to be exactly dealing with the topic that how do we structure a good presentation which will earn you a lot of praises and boost your confidence. So, what are going to be the key takeaways today? From today's session, I think we are going to be trying to explain to you what are the key factors which are really important when you are structuring a presentation well. Then, what are the important outlines which have to be kept in mind if you are going to be presenting something to a board of directors or to your seniors? You just can't have a vague thing presented to them in the form of slides. Then, using body language and vocal or voice modulations for that matter can play a great role in making your presentation really having a lasting effect on the audience. Your body language, your confidence, your voice modulation, remember, are the key factors which can either make your presentation wow or can really ruin all the effort that you have put in. So don't forget to learn this well. Then we move on to audience engagement. So the presentation is for the audience. It is very important that all through your presentation, you and your audience gel well with each other. You know the pulse of the audience and they are totally engaged in your presentation. They keep their interest alive. That's another important thing. And any presentation would end with a Q&A answer session. Okay, that's a question answer session. So what are the strategies you need to have when you are dealing with the QA sessions? So these are the important points which we are going to be navigating through today. Now, the first and the foremost, because you're going to be presenting a presentation to a group of people, right? They can be your seniors, they can be your board of directors, they can be a new client, there can be so many scenarios, right? So you need to know for whom are you preparing the presentation. If it is for your board of directors, you need to know that what exactly was asked in the presentation. What am I expected to present? And you should also know where their knowledge level regarding the given topic stands. If you are preparing a presentation for a client, then you should know what is the interest of the client, what all will he like to know out of the project. So your presentation must be designed, must be tailored to cater to the interest and the knowledge level of the audience you are going to be presenting the whole presentation to. Then be very, very authentic. Don't just claim very tall. Talk naturally, talk smooth, and also in your own style. Don't try to replicate anybody else just to create an impression. It won't last very long. So be yourself, talk naturally, sound very, very authentic. That is how you build trust. If you fake it, you lose it completely. So avoid that. Be authentic. Then presentation structure. We move on to the presentation structure, that how do we structure our presentation? What are the things which are very important for this big thing to take shape well for us? The first one is your introduction. Whatever you are introducing, it should be something, the topic, which should generate interest in the audience. And also, you must have prior knowledge of the same. You just can't come on the podium with a few slides and just talk anything under the sun. No, you need to have a solid points of reference already ready with you to boost whatever your claims you're wanting to make. Then, of course, the body of the presentation also really matters a lot. Whatever you're trying to put across in your presentation, you must have proper evidences, enough data to hold that in place. It should sound correct so that you have enough evidences to support what you are wanting to convey to the audience. And then conclusion. Whenever you are finished, done, or you're done with your presentation, then you must summarize it. See, it's going to be very difficult for the audience to remember the 12 or 13 or 16 slides which you showed, right? So the best is that you summarize and make it very, very crisp summary for them to keep it in mind. Fine, this is what we sat through, this is what was conveyed to us, and yes, I agree or I disagree. They can summarize that, and then we move on to the next bit of negotiations or whatever is in store later on. Then effective body language. Now, when we come to effective body language, I think Sir Shivam by now looks very confident. I think he's going to do a good job. So, I will now ask Sir to please come and take over and explain this further to us. Sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am.
Pleasure.
All right. So definitely, whatever ma'am just told, right, that boosted my confidence like to another level, right? I'm pretty confident at this point that I can stand tall in front of you and explain you that what else has to be done. Okay. Now, while maintaining an effective body language, if you will look at me at this point, after listening to ma'am's lecture, I'm standing straight, I'm standing confident, I'm relaxed, and I'm speaking with fluency, right? Now that also comes with what's happening in your brain. So remain calm, remain focused, and just let your thoughts flow without any restrictions. Okay. Now, as the first point already says here, stand confidently, have a relaxed posture whenever you're presenting something, and no crossed arms. Never stand like this, or have do anything with your hands standing like that. No, when you're standing giving a presentation, you need to stand boldly and explain. Okay. Now, it's really important. Now, if I'm speaking to you guys at this point, right, even if it's a recorded lecture, if I do not look right into you, right, you would obviously get distracted, right? If I'm looking here, so hi students, how are you? Would you be connected to me? No, you're like, where's sir's attention, right? So have that eye contact with and connect with the audience and appear engaged, right? That you're actually genuinely interacting with them, okay? Use natural gestures to emphasize your points, right? Now, for example, use this, use that, right? And emphasize, use natural gestures, with a smile, and let's applaud someone, right? So using natural gestures, right? That's how the audience will catch interest and you will present your presentation way more effectively. Okay. Now the last is facial expressions. Convey enthusiasm and connect emotionally. Right. Now if I'm speaking with you, with a smile, right? I have a smile on my face and I'm talking very comfortably. Now imagine the same thing if I'm standing like this and having like this. So yeah, this is how the presentation should go. You should not be doing this, right? As I said, now if I speak like this, that would not make sense, and you would also be like, why is this person talking like this to me, right? What have I done to him, right? Just speak with a smile, have that present appearance in front of you, convey enthusiasm, and connect emotionally. Okay. Now, lastly, we have vocal modulation. Okay. Now, speaking about vocal modulation, we need to convey clear and dynamic voice with tone variations, right? Even when I'm speaking at this point, you see if there's a comma or if I need to take a break or complete a sentence, there's a flow of my sentence, right? I'm stopping, I'm again continuing, right? So you will get to know where the actual comma should be placed or actually full stop should be placed in your verbal communication as well, right? Now, we need to also emphasize the key points with the pauses, right? Now, for example, as you would have seen, for example, if someone has bought a new car, what would they say? I bought a new car, right? You're emphasizing on the point car, that because that's important, right? Because that was a key point of the sentence, right? I bought a new car. That doesn't even seem engaging, right? I bought a new car, right? You're showing that happiness in front of you, and also you have bought something, right? So you're happy about that, and that's what's conveyed the way I speak, right? Next, use rhetorical devices. Example: imagine the impact if, right? Now this is how you would be actually having your vocal modulation set up. Okay. Now, lastly, we would be speaking about audience engagement techniques, and further, whatever we're going to be discussing would be covering in our next sessions. Okay. Now, ask rhetorical questions, right? Now, if I'm showing you presentation like this, and for example, if this was a live class, I would ask you questions regarding this topic, right? Okay, so have you understood this? Okay. Now, what do you think is going to come next, right? So that will keep the audience interacted. Even they would be having their, minds thinking that, oh, what's going to happen next? Oh, probably, oh yeah, I'm understanding this right now, right? But if you keep on glowing like, yeah, my name is Shivam Sharma, I'm from Bangalore, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, that sounds boring after a point, right? Like, hi, my name is Shivam, I'm from Bangalore, which is the IT capital city. And do you know which are the companies which are recently set up in Bangalore, right? Now that will catch the interest of the audience, right? Now, use visuals that complement, not distract. Okay. Now, for example, if I have a presentation right behind, if I have some of the pictures here or something, that will actually complement to the presentation, right? Now, there should be nothing that would distract them from the presentation. So this is also something that you need to keep a track of. Okay. Now, relate content to real world examples, right? Now, as I just spoke about, I'm from Bangalore. I'm just giving an example. Okay, it's a vague example. If I'm from Bangalore, I'm just famous for IT companies, right? It is one of the IT hubs of India, right? Now, there, if I'm speaking about IT companies, if I'm asking you which is the recent company that has been established there, that is dealing with the real life world examples, right? That's really connecting with them, because they will also, someone, if some of the audiences are from Bangalore, they would be interacting, they would be engaging better, right? Same thing works with all of your situations, right? Now, for example, if you're giving a presentation on, say, software, right? Now, if you're speaking about software there, if you're mentioning something about backend, right? Now, in backend, obviously, if whenever you search on a form, right, if you click Shivam, all Shivam's details should be coming, right? If you put an employee number, once you click enter, all the details should be coming, right? That's how examples work, and people who relate to that because they have used similar applications in that real life, right? That's how you're going to be doing this. Now, moving forward, there's a lot that we have on plate for you guys. Okay, so stay tuned, stay connected, and we'll be covering this in the next upcoming sessions. Thank you, and Jai Hind. I think I fumbled a little bit.
No, sounded pretty good.